Welcome to Apex Esports League. I'm JT. Tonight we are live on Project Cars 2 for PlayStation for the opening round of the Pagnian Imports Toyota 86 Championship. It's going to be a great series. It's a 5-round series up now. And we're starting off at Zolder. Then we head to Brands Hatch and we are into Texas Motor Speedway Road Course. And then for round 4 Sportsland Sugo and finishing up at the Fuji GP. We'll take a look at the session details. So for Zolder, we've got 15 minutes of qualifying. Weather will be light cloud, and the race is 15 laps. Weather is light cloud through to heavy cloud with a mandatory pit requirement. And looking at the standings, we did just wrap up the Astro Gaming Mustang Boss Frio to our car, and we saw DK Rush become our series champion. So big congratulations to DK. Previous round to finish up this series was at Road America. We saw Balaki go on to take victory after qualifying second, and our series champion managed to get the fastest lap bonus points, securing an extra 10 points towards that championship tally. And we'll take a look at the track. So we are in Belgium for Zolder. Track length is 4.01 kilometers. There's 10 turns, and in-game time is 10 AM. And that it will be a little bit cool on the track. That light cloud conditions will allow the track to warm up relatively quick over the qualifying session. And then it is a very fast and very technical track. Sector 1 relatively quick, and then Sector 2 is where we're going to see most time be able to be made up. We'll jump over trackside now. Got 11 drivers in at the moment. Hey Galen, hey Jen Lee, thank you. Much appreciated for the birthday wishes. You get some pretty weird camera angles for cars as they are getting out onto the track. So that pit entry. Am I 40 yet, Galen? No, not quite, but very close now. Nearing that midpoint. If you're joining us for the stream for the first time, do hit the follow button. And jump in the chat, as Galen and Jenna Lee have as well. Say hello, let us know who you're here to cheer on. So don't forget there are a bunch of sound effects controls down underneath the stream that you can play over. That way you can cheer on your favourite drivers as the race goes on. Make our way down through the list. And guys, mentioning in the lobby, for those that have been long-time viewers with us, it's been a thing with Vazmac team. It's a common livery amongst the cars, and it is actually the last time we did Toyota 86s is what started the whole Vazmac. And we've got Philly and Wira both donning that to matching team colours. We've got a couple as well. Head Farmer and Pretender, I think, have paired up with matching liveries as well. Make our way down to the Head Farmer. We've got the Pretender. Green car number 30. Hey, Jurassic Jam. Thanks, mate. Billy car number 31. Got Steph, number 92. These cars are an absolute beast. They're a little bit of a drift car, they're quite talky. It is a GT4 class car. You just missed spray and pray, so we should be seeing first times coming on now. Vortex. There's some fantastic looking cars to be able to pick from these Toyota 86s. And these aren't a standard Toyota 86, these are the Rocket Bunny models, so they're actually Cosworth. As you can see, printed up the front of the car and on the rear. And Nick Cliff, Momo car. Hey Sammy, thanks for jumping on. Over to DK Rush, our series champion from the Mustang boss. If you follow us on our Apex eSports League group, you can put up the picture that DK sent through of him when he's unwrapped his prize from Astro Gaming. That was an Astro Gaming A20 wireless gaming headset. It was a fantastic prize. Dirty Monkey. Oh, there's some cars getting loose. And we've got Blarkey. We've had holding set of 139.7. DK second quickest at the moment. Very close time between himself and Philly. Yeah, generally that might be right, Dirty. Probably do fantastic now that he's got himself a full sim cockpit. He's got his full setup going now. Dirty was a bit of a beast on the controller, and then upgrade to the wheel, and then putting up pictures of his new cockpit he got from Pagnian. Nice next level racing cockpit. If anyone's looking at needing some gear, you can get a 5% discount on all your purchases through Pagnian. You can see that on the stream. Here's the NLR-Apex-5. Get 5% off during your checkout. We'll jump on board for a lap soon. There's about 8.5 minutes left for qualifying. There's 25 points on the line to start them off for the championship. DK snuck in 139.6, only 10th difference. And some very tight times already. We're only just about halfway through the session. There's 4.3 seconds separating 11 cars at this stage, and this only very early. They've only done a few laps around here. And we're getting no clashes in the lobby. We shouldn't be having any disconnect issues, not from that reason anyway. A few drivers registered not able to make it tonight. Hopefully we'll see close to full grid next week. That would be fantastic in these cars. Up the map so we can make sure we get a drive that's not far off from commencing a new lap. Currently 100 up on his best time so far. He's only got to shave off a couple of couple of attempts, and that'll see him move up ahead of Dirty, so it's very tight. Less than 2 seconds, just in between the first 7. Oh, a bit slippery for Mick. I'll probably see him bring the car back in the pit. He's on approach to starting a lap. Fingers crossed for everyone so we don't get the old commentator's curse for Philly. For some reason, quick view hasn't actually changed over, which is interesting. Can't even actually change camera angle, so it looks like I've actually got a bit of a connection issue on my side. For a moment, be fixed on Philly's view for a sec. Sessions trying to get his controls back. For a while and haven't been kicked from the session, which is rather interesting. Dramas. There you go, yeah. And Jaden well in bed now. School time, so no late nights for him anymore. He's rather shy, but he had a fantastic night jumping in for the final round. Controls back again. Yes, there we are. Weir's just taken pole position as well. Oh, what a slide from Weir. Fantastic drift. Go on board. DK. Just actually has missed turn 1, gone through turn 2. Very long turn 3. You see this 86, an absolute power slider. A lot of throttle control there to keep this thing going through the corner. Down to the chains, these curves really throw the cars around. Trying to find that golden right straight down the middle. Get a huge amount of pace through that chicane. Not so much through the second one, much more technical. It dips down, and those sausage curves can cause a lot of dramas, especially on that next corner going to the right after the chicane. Very sharp right-hander. Come down onto the final straights. Get a huge amount of pace and then heavy braking and come down into a final chicane before the last corner. Second up on DK's current qualifying time of a 1:39.6. Weir's got pole 1:39.4. Billy currently in second row, third position. Lucky up in fourth. Those times dropping. Lucky getting very loose on that final turn. Should see some very interesting passing going on. You have to be very cautious getting alongside and getting under that throttle. Just see how much the tail just gets loose. Farmer currently setting a 141.8. We're getting 2.6 off pole time. That's setting him in ninth. How tight these times are. Having a few exceeding the track limits, invalidating their lap. We've had Vortex, Vera and Steph having dramas. That'll be it for Head Farmer. There's qualifying completes. This will be final laps. Weir is currently parked up in the pits. DK's just over a tenth away from that time. If he's going to take pole, off to a good start for the championship, he's going to have to try and do it this lap. Nick's moved up into P3. Bumped Philly down a starting position. Gallon is custom setups for the drivers. And Weary. Like he's probably going to go find somewhere for a burnout. And he's just parked up the car. Vortex on his final lap. Just over a minute left of the session, so enough time to get a final lap in. Nick's also out there. Oh, he's improved his time. He's just crossed the line. He shaved 4 tenths off. Doesn't gain in position, but that was a good chunk of time taken off his qualifying. He's holding P3. It's up to Vortex here. He's on the approach block. He's moved out of the way. Vortex move from position 8 is 2.2 seconds. He does. He moves into position 7, setting a 141.0. That means we get Lucky doing some donuts. Going for it now. Very dizzying. There's qualifying complete. Where it takes pole position for round 1, and then that was setting a 9.490. And then the rest of the grid will then see DK, Mitcliffe, Philly Manili, Valaki, Dirty Monkey, Vortex, Spray and Pray, Head Farmer, The Pretender, and then Steph in 11th. And the spread of times only 3.4 seconds, so it's very close. It's going to be a very exciting race to see tonight. Should get at least a decent shot here. The race. Cars quite staggered at the grid at Zolder. Whereas going to have to use that to his advantage as well, as it is a left-hander coming up. Usually is a reasonably quick corner, but they're starting a fair bit closer to the corner. A good launch from that inside line. Could potentially see that outside row having to actually yield into the corner. Guys, only a couple of minutes to get themselves ready. Hit that button to grid themselves up, as they will be DQ'd and sent to the pits, and they won't be able to see themselves start. Popping themselves over into their race setups. Mentioned before, it is fully custom. There, our drivers all readied up. Noise from these things revving at the line. A pretty good start for Wera, but the DK's gotten off pretty quick, so he's actually equally alongside. I think he's actually almost a car length ahead. Billy's even snuck up and back to the position of 3-2 wide with Mick. Still 2 wide, several cars 2 wide down through turn 2. DK and Wera still keeping well for pace. Hold it through. Very slippery, creeping right. Wera flies ahead. What a great run of speed through that corner. They'll get through the chicane. Nice and safe. It's been a good start. Vortex having dropped back a bit. He's had a slip. Doesn't look like he's had any contact. Larky and Mick are battling it out in the chicane. Oh, there's been a turnaround. It's caught spray up in it as well. Getting boxed in with nowhere to go. Wera leading the way. He's starting to pull away a bit from DK. He's got 6 tenths gap on him. Philly quickly closing in. Wary, these things do sound beefy. Oh, there's been a disconnect. Well, the sound of no retirement. No, it's a disconnect. Dirty Monkey suffered a disconnect. Mick coming in the pit. He's probably taken a little bit of damage. And also probably good opportunity, so very well tied on that lap. The early pit may do well. He'll come back out with a very open track. It's a shame to see Dirty disconnect. He's had a good run without suffering disconnects. Trying to make a bit of a comeback. He's going for a pass on Pretender. DK wedged between the 2 Vazmat cars. Gap staying the same over the course of that lap. All 3 drivers relatively paced to each other. Look at these lap times, a 141.7 for Wera, a 0.4 for DK, and a 0.6 for Philly. The quickest of the three that lap, DK. Head Farmer behind. I said he did a 41.6. 7 seconds behind the leading three. Larky pitting now, as is Spray. Like he may have had some contact. It's just been an off track. He may have even nudged the back of Mick. And he got balked. It's in between Mick and Malarkey. Hey Simo, thanks for jumping on. Thanks for the birthday wishes. You're enjoying Sydney and had a great time at Bathurst. Love seeing the photos. Still no real movement between these three. Move up another spot. Steph's up ahead. Steph doing well. She did start from position 11, currently running in 5th. 17 seconds from race lead. She did get held up a little bit with the chicane incident on that first lap. Head Farmer a little bit off pace that lap. He's closing the gap a little bit. DK has managed to move through. Wera has made a mistake by the looks of it. She's dropped back only 4 seconds. That's seen DK and Philly both move on through. Philly quickly closing in on DK, and he's starting to probe those mirrors. He's looking for an opening. DK definitely feeling a lot of pressure. There's not a whole lot of room between these two. A little bit there. Looks like Philly's managing to get him in the braking zone a little bit and managed to keep that mid-corner speed. Yeah, a little bit of a slip from DK. Philly capitalise on that and close that gap in a little bit again. Starting to close back in on the two. He's not out of the battle for the race lead just yet. Only a minor slip. Five laps of 15 done. A little bit of spacing going on. We have seen Spray, Mick and Malarkey all pit in. Beth may have made a little slip. She's dropped back a couple of positions. Vortex flying on through. He's now recovered up into 4th position. DK starting to pull away a fair bit from Philly now. Starting to get this car dialed in around Zolder. It's quickly pulling away. away from these two. That previous lap, DK setting a 141.2, Philly a 143.2, and we're at a 144.5. And about this gap for DK, there's going to be that slipstream loss for Philly. So this is where DK can now really push on and further that gap. He won't be towing Philly along. Farmer in the pits. How dirty do you get caught up? Just see a disconnect after as well. Jeff makes up a position after Head Farmer ended up pitting. Now to roughly see what pit times are. Lap previously set 140.7 done by Mick. Starting to see these times come down. Whereas just decided to go in and pit. Front of the car looking dirty. I'm not sure if he's had an off track. Starting to use that opportunity now. Get in and get these mandatory pit out of the way. Sees Vortex in position 3. Need to pit, and he's about 20 seconds difference between him and the other cars that pit quite early on. Philly's just copped a post-race time penalty. He's got the red number, as is Balaki. Oh, Balaki's just got a little bit loose. He managed to save it, but he's lost a lot of time. That's going to see Mick move in very quickly. Lost all the momentum for the rest of that sector. Bar Enduro that we're doing is on the 28th of October. Pretender now heading off into the pits. As is Steph. See Clarky and Mick move up in position. And on his way out now. Only leaving our front runners left to pit. So that's DK, Philly and Vortex. Gray's copped a post-race time penalty. We'll bring up to see who's been stung. 1 second. So, Philly and Balarki, 2 seconds for Pretender. Sorry, so Spray that is. Oh, Balarki's lost it. It's going to give us some space for Mick. Got 17 seconds to catch up to Vortex. Vortex will need to pit. Billy's been in and got his out of the way. It's for lap 9. BK still charging through. See DK charge on like he did in the Mustang Cup. F and Spray getting a pretty decent gap. One of Spray's car heavily weathered. Does look like some contact was made. It does look like some buckling around that bonnet. Yeah, there is some buckling going on. He has made some contact. In comes DK. Race leader going in. Very quick stop. Pulled it up right on the mark. Yeah, very quick stop. Yes. In and out. He wouldn't have taken tyres. It was pretty quick. DK gets that mandatory pit out of the way and then maintains the race lead. Look at that, still pulls out just in time. Vortex will need to pit. Just seen a car drop. Who have we just lost? Oh, Head Farm has suffered a disconnect. See Vortex fit in. And stay and try and focus on closing gap to DK a bit. Just try and push himself a bit more. Get it out of the way now. Stays out on track. Jeff just passed Spray. Must have dropped a lot of pace because she got round him very quickly. Been closing that gap for a while. Now 6 seconds away from Balarki. Car's been getting away on him a little bit. Could be a big opportunity for Steph to try and close that gap. Spray's not giving up, he's just closing in very quickly on Steph. Lap 11 of 15, take a look at current standings. Had a couple of disconnects, we've seen Dirty Monkey longer in the session. And Head Farmer just suffering a disconnect that previous lap. Got spray and pray. P9 about to take P8. Goes very fast outside line pass. F moves over and blocks the line. This is where Steph managed to get the run of spray on the previous lap. Oh, big slide. Steph saved the car from damage. That's a huge amount of pace down through the chicane. Unfortunate for Steph. I see Steph now P9. Hopefully the car's done alright. It was only pretty even side contact, so I think the car's going to be fine to continue on without needing a pit. Bray P8. He still dropping some more pace. He's in 7th position. Pretender up in P6. Got some time penalties there, and with the drivers starting to close in a little bit. Only a few laps to go. We could see some position changes as they cross the finish line. P5's we're up. Mix in P4. P3 we have Philly. P2's Vortex. He's coming for that stop, so it's going to see him drop couple of positions. I believe it'll only see him down into about 4th position when he comes in. Kellen, yeah, Steph must have watched 86s at Bathurst. That was some hectic crashes. I was surprised they let those cars run. They were just swimming out there. Pirouetting all the way down the chase. Never seen anything quite like it. It was sure something. Now race leader DK Rush, 6-second lead at the moment. After Vortex peels off into the pits, the about 10-second lead, so it'll go to Philly. There are a few time penalties going on. It's 3 seconds. That's gone to Spray. The others are just 1 second penalties. 3 seconds for Spray could potentially cost him. Steph's only 6 seconds away if she can recover a bit of pace back. Doesn't even have to get right on the tail of Spray. She can be a fair distance away, just get within that 3 second gap and she'll claim a position. Vera, Philly and Balaki all pretty safe with only 1 second. Vera not too far up from the Pretender. Got 2 laps to close in, a couple of seconds, and he could be within range. Take 5th from Wirra. Checks must have actually pit, possibly. He's going to have to do it this lap, I think. He did do a sneaky pit without me noticing. Yeah, we did see him drop back a fair bit at the start. He'd been getting in and out of the pits rather than having a slip. solid drive for DK. 14 and 15 laps, he's led the whole way, qualified second. Got the run, getting rare at the start. Actually, we did have, sorry, I was wrong. There was sandwich in between Wirra and Philly for a while. So Wirra leading for a few of those laps. There wasn't a whole lot of movement between the three of them for a while. Yeah, in comes Vortex pitting now. Not even looking at him, he's off to the left there somewhere. There you can see his car there. That should see him drop down to about 4th. Depending on how his pit stop goes, it could even be 5th. The final lap, white flags out. DK, Philly and Mick looking to be on the podium. Here comes Wirra. Yeah, he's going to lose a position. So Wirra's going to come flying past. It's going to be close. Just comes out, so down into 5th position after the stop. .2-second lead for DK. He can take it easy for this lap. Only got 2 more corners to go. And here is the opening win going to DK for the Pagnian Imports Toyota 86 Championship. Congratulations, DK, on the win. Philly with the time second penalty, not going to be affecting him here. He's got 10-second gap. He crosses the line on the podium in P2. And Mick Cliff taking podium P3. Where it takes 4th. Vortex in 5th. Pretender not far behind. Taking the 6th position. Lucky 7th. All the drivers closing in pretty good in the end. Only 46 seconds separating the field. Bray in 8th. Now we'll see all cars cross the line except for our 2 disconnects. And Steph P9. It's only 41 seconds separating all those cars. Fantastic outcome. Our winner for round 1 at Zolder is DK. Down through. Jeez, there's some fastest laps there in the 140s. And that's a 140.7, I think, is the fastest lap. Yes, that is, and that's gone to Mick Cliff. Well, no, it isn't. Sorry, that's Wirra, 140.738. So that is getting very close. So only 400ths difference between those 2 fastest laps. So well done there to Wirra, scoring those extra 5 points. Our winner, DK, on the podium. P2 is Philly, and then P3, Mick Cliff. And then the rest of the standings is Wirra, Vortex, the Pretender, Malarkeys. Then we have Steph. And we'll be bringing in our podium finishers. So I have DK, Philly, and Mick in here in a moment. they'll be jumping in a moment. Hey DK, congrats on the win.
Cheers, JT. Yeah, it was a nice drive.
You had a good run out the front.
Yeah, well...
It was pretty tough for a while being sandwiched between the Vazmac cars.
Yeah, I know. Wira definitely had more pace than I did at the start. That's why I didn't fight him too much. Let him past, and just unfortunately he went wide at turn 1. I just took that opportunity to put my foot down and try and pull away from the other Vazmac car, the one that was coming up behind me, Philly.
Yeah, he was giving you a fair bit of pokes around the mirrors at one point as well.
Yeah, he was way faster than I was through Sector 2. But, yeah. Congrats to the rest of the podium. It was a good race.
Yeah,
congrats DK, Philly.
Cheers. Cheers.
Congrats,
boys. Sorry
Me
for the
too.
late entrance.
It's alright.
Yeah.
Had a pretty good run.
Yeah, pretty good run. Couldn't catch DK.
I
was stuck with him for a little bit, but he just kept going. Yeah. I was loving the fact that him and Wirral were battling because it was keeping me there. So.
Yeah. He didn't want to fall back and miss out on seeing
I was just
action going on.
hitting the apexes and just going. Second's alright.
Yeah, well, very close lap times between yous as well. Best lap, 140.9, and then 942, so very close.
Yeah, nice.
Even Mick and Wira very close as well, with Wira just scraping in with the fastest laps. So.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a little wide on turn 1.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, me and Dirty got together for the chicane in lap 1.
I was you and Dirty, sorry, I thought it was Balaki that got caught up in that.
Yeah, no, Balaki was just in front of us, and yeah, me and Dirty got together, and I tried to straighten him up, but it didn't really work, and then I let him go, and he got up the end of the straight, and I thought I would come into the pits, but I accidentally rammed him very hard at the bum.
Oh, no.
Alright, I'd like to thank me crew chief, Sami.
Yeah.
Teammate Wirra, Vazmac boys.
I'll dedicate this podium to Dirty Monkey.
I'll dedicate mine to JT. Happy birthday, mate.
I was going to say, I want to
mate.
say a big happy birthday to JT.
Everyone's been jumping in the chat and giving me birthday wishes, so thank you to everyone.
Happy
We
birthday.
all hope you had a good one.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, I did. And be able to finish it off with some great racing, so fantastic.
Yeah. Sorry, Dirty Monkey.
I think he's on the stream, so he's probably heard it.
Yeah, here we Dirty
Yeah,
He's
and
definitely
we
a
wanted to
contender
ask,
now.
how's the headset, DK?
Yeah, awesome, mate. Yeah, no, really good. Love it.
And a nice and crystal clear.
Yeah, love it. Absolutely crystal clear.
Yeah, fantastic.
Oh, it's awesome.
And on your way to another potential championship win. Good way to start it off.
Yeah,
Bloody boy, have anything to do
it's a
with
good way
him,
to start
mate.
it, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to be probably a little bit harder work for.
I got caught up with
you,
the first.
DK.
It's definitely going to be closer racing, for sure.
Yeah, I could have challenged if I didn't get caught up early.
Yeah, I just managed to avoid any chaos.
Yeah, well, all 9 cars finished all their laps in only 41 seconds.
Holy moly.
Separating at that point, so
I remember last time we raced here, we were catching the lap cars. We were actually overtaking lap cars.
Yeah.
only a few seconds separating qualifying, so yeah, it's going to be great seeing us duke it out for 5 rounds in these things.
Well, thanks again. Congrats, Philly
Yeah.
and Mick.
Yeah, congrats to DK, Billy. Sorry, Dirty Monkey.
Same to you guys.
Yeah, congrats on the work, and then good luck with Brands Hatch next week. It's probably going to be quite interesting in these guys.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Alright. Happy birthday, mate. Take
Yeah,
it
happy
easy and
birthday,
thanks
JT.
for another good night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no worries.
See you guys.
Guys. And there we have our podium finishes with DK taking the win for round 1, Philly in P2 and Nick in P3. And Worth mentioning, we are off to Brands Hatch for round 2. And it's going to be pretty exciting seeing these guys duke it out in the Toyota 86 Rocket Bunnies. So thanks for tuning in. It's glad to be back after our break on Project Cars. Don't forget to hit follow so you can see us live again on Monday night for the Ferrari 488 Championship on iRacing, and that's at 7:35 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Otherwise, back again on Project Cars 2 next week, Thursday night, 7:45 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Thanks for tuning in, and hope to see you trackside then.